saw that. I was watching that too.
I'm gonna be blunt and I started watching it and I turned the shit off.
Okay. I think was it this?
I mean, the talk of the award show that the podcasters made be the talk of the award show was Caresha winning for the second year in a row the podcast award.
It was Hip Hop Platform.
Hip Hop Platform, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. They said she did 3 episodes this year or something like that, right?
4 this year and I think 8 or something total.
Y'all view watching. Stop watching the view.
Yeah, y'all hating, bro.
So Nori came out and said something, and then Charlamagne came out and said something. Then Mav called my phone behind the scenes. A few other people called my phone behind the scenes.
I'm sure.
And everybody is tight that Caresha won the best hip hop platform. I don't really know why everybody's tight.
Because 3 episodes, it should be someone. It should be Nori. It should be us. It should be Breakfast Club. It should be someone that's
hate.
I don't understand how y'all didn't expect her to win it.
That's the second point.
Why? Why do you say that?
This is look at everything in terms of hip hop right now, right? Mm-hmm. It's women.
Okay.
Her, who's backing her? Mm-hmm. That situation, I could have guessed she would win it.
Last year when she won it, Nori won it as well.
Yeah, it was a tie.
That's a tie, a revolt tie.
A revolt tie.
That said to me that somebody somewhere is sponsoring or cutting a check. Because it shouldn't have been 2 people last year, but it was. This year, Caresha wins alone. Nori. Nori was tight. Why are you tight and you just won?
Is he still revolt?
I don't know. I don't know nobody's business.
Okay, let me go to Twitter because they had it a little bit more succinct. Joe Budden, Young Miami. Okay. Now, before I get into their shit, I just want to play a little context of supposedly why Young Miami may have been mad at Joe, because I had seen it earlier. What the fuck is this? No. I seen it earlier, but I didn't didn't bookmark it or nothing. Can I find it? Maybe on the timeline. Can I find it? Now, this is all before Joe does his thing. Joe got awarded a gold plaque for Pump It Up. But before then, let me go to Young Miami's page. I might have it. Young Miami. And I'm trying to be fair a bit, you know? Can I find this shit? No. Okay.
Do. Another one bites the dust, and another one down, and another one down.
So this is after it was announced that pretty much, maybe Young Miami wasn't coming back with Caresha Please after the whole Diddy thing, right?
Another one bites the dust. I love when a 2-time award winner. I love when they just. It's over now.
Yeah, that thing might be over. I ain't gonna lie.
He said, "I love it."
I love it. She won the award 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Now I don't care about that stuff. However, when there's a glitch in the matrix.
It was a little fishy.
Sure. 7 is
yeah. And another one down. And another one down.
All right. So he had said this, and then there was another. See if I could find that. There's another video where apparently Joe was kind of going in on Young Miami. So I'm trying to see if I could figure out which one it was. But apparently he was talking about her lack of being able to deal with criticism. Can I find this? I don't think that's the one. I be seeing half of this shit on Twitter, so that's why me trying to find it here, it's kind of hard to do. Joe Budden. Is it this?
Living with opioid addiction.
Oh my God. Chat. I'm trying to play the videos in order.
He sat down.
She won.
It was Ninja's not outside in the field no more. That very upset.
Oh, okay. Is it this?
Y'all want to talk about P Diddy?
Talk about
Nigga, what the fuck?
What's that called?
Yes, it is.
Nah, that's still a golden shot.
want the fucking P to don't be gold.
Mattress cup.
Before, so
Then he asked her.
All right, I can't find it. Is anyone? There's another clip where he's speaking specifically about her lack of being able to understand. How did I see on my phone? I can't find this shit. I guess I did find it on Twitter, right? I'm being OCD right now, chat. It's all good. Young Miami, Joe Budden. I'm looking for a particular video, and then I'll get into what happened today. But there was another particular video. I think this is
Somebody to tell Caresha to shut the fuck up. I'm not
say
gonna
now?
do it.
what did
What she say now?
Because they comparing on the Cat Williams interview. They said Cat Williams Club Shay Shay ain't nothing but the male version of Caresha Please.
I heard people
Listen,
say that. Yeah.
that was just that's what they said. He was up there spilling tea. He spilled a lot of tea.
Yeah.
It was guy tea. So I get the correlation. But every time somebody say anything about Caresha Please in the show, here she come, gotta comment. Oh, y'all on my dick. If y'all hate me, leave me alone. Blah blah blah. Blah. It's like dog. You in the field. You in the field now.
That's true.
This is the field.
That's what's gonna happen.
It's a blessing for people to mention your name and your show whenever some shit get moving. That is.
I like to pause it here and say I'm co-signing Joe Budden 100,000%. Young Miami, here's the thing. I know you think that we're picking on women, but we talk about other people in media as such. If there was a media show that only, popped up here and there and got number one or got, awards at the BT Awards, yeah, we would all be skeptical about it. This just happens. You get what I'm saying? Now, I do believe that, yeah, Young Miami, you could say, oh, no, she feel people's attacking her in other realms. People always talk about and is critical about media lists. You get what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But she is very sensitive. Anyway.
Show whenever some shit get moving. That is the blessing. That's not the time for you to come and curse out everybody that's comparing you to nobody but greats.
But you know what?
They not comparing your show to bums. They're not comparing your show to unsuccessful shows. Like, dog, just stop.
She gotta learn. She gotta learn that, though.
This crash out culture is trash.
She has to learn that, Joe.
But cool, but learn it then. Learn it. You done dissed
Because
every
coming-
nigga in the world
like-
that said something about your show.
No, 'cause what
you
I'm
spent
saying is,
whole
look.
New Year's Eve kicking my back and I ain't say a word.
Look, coming from where she came from, she's new into this space. She don't really know how to move in here yet.
I don't
She's learning.
I don't give a fuck.
That's where I disagree with Ice. And salute to Ice, because I enjoy his commentary a lot. But I'll say this: when it comes to Young Miami, she's doing media, but she doesn't understand how the media landscape is, and it's not, it's no other reason than she's still cosplaying as an artist. Your motion, baby girl, is because of what you're doing in media. And you acting like you're above this, where some artists will act like they can't be criticized. But like in media, we criticize each other all the time. We criticize, what's that nigga name? The Justin LeBoy nigga when he was asking Kanye all type of layup questions. We criticize people a lot in this shit. When she thinks she's above reproach and also questions, that's usually what the problems is.
Where she came from, she's new into this space. She don't really know how to move in here yet.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Wait, new
Learn.
in what space?
The
Like the
content
the
space.
podcast?
The content space, not the music space.
But
No, I'm
it's
not talking
just
music.
criticism is criticism is criticism. She's been criticized as an artist.
rappers criticize niggas all the time. They clap back.
Yeah.
They do that.
Dog.
It's totally different. It's
Not
kind of
only-
like welcomed in that space.
Dog, not only is it a blessing that this is happening, I mean, I won't try to get you to see it that way, but not only is this a blessing, you not in the field enough even to say none of this shit you say.
Like niggas were saying that.
You're not there enough. I'm sick of it, yo. I'm sick of these fucking privileged, entitled podcasts.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with what Joe Budden was saying here. Was there anything else? Let me just make sure there was nothing else that I could attribute to this. Is there anything else? Okay, cool. All right. Now, so pretty much, obviously Caresha saw that, right? So she saw that, and when it came time to Joe Budden, matter of fact, what's that this page? I follow it. Okay, so when it came time to her trying to, Joe having this moment where he's getting this plaque by Def Jam, and by the way, let me just go to Young Miami's page. Young Miami Twitter. When it came time to her seeing Joe having his moment of getting his plaque from 20 years ago, she decided to shit on it because she hit the laughing emoji, right? So, oh my God! Look at that guy. So that's Joe getting a Pump It Up plaque from Def Jam. And I don't know why Def Jam was just at his podcast, but they brought a plaque. Now, granted, I don't have to get into specifics if, this track is closer to platinum more than gold, or how long it was certified gold already, technically, and maybe they just didn't award him with a plaque. If you guys don't know how it goes, I give you a little reality of how plaques go. The music industry doesn't give you shit, so anything you get, you have to pay for. So when you have a diamond record, some magic thing doesn't come from the air and just give you a diamond record plaque. You have to pay for it. And oftentimes, if you're with the label, your label will pay for it and they'll take it out of your money. What happens is the RIAA, they work with Nielsen to certify official records sold. So what happens is your label, or you could do it yourself if you have an independent record, you could request an audit. Now you have to pay for it because they have to do an overall review of the amount of records your single or album has sold, and if it's sold a certain amount, they will come back with a certification. After you get a certification, which you already paid for them to do the review of, you then got to go pay for plaques, and usually, I'll tell you the amount, I think it's like $190 per plaque. That's kind of the thing. So I got a couple of plaques for artists. Some of them I didn't have no contribution. Some of them I did. The label pays it's like less than $200 for most regular size plaque. So they pay a plaque company. They'll tell a plaque company we're giving a plaque to blah blah blah. Whether it's a DJ, a radio station, it could be a TV station, it could be like Akademiks, whoever, or it could be the artist himself. Usually it's about $200 for a regular size one. If you're gonna get an oversized one, it could be $500. It could be even be $1,000 if you're trying to get one of the $1 billion, the billion stream plaques or whatever. So what I'm trying to say is that all this shit about certification, you pay for it. So you pay for the certification, and the actual plaque, you pay for it. This ain't YouTube. When you get to 100,000 subscribers, YouTube gives you a plaque, free. It doesn't be we're taking $300 out of your money. No, they just give you a plaque. In the music business, you need to submit almost a audit, right, from your label that now RIAA will check the sales to then issue a certification. And once the certification is done, you could hit up a few of the plaque companies, and the plaque companies will use the certification. The reason why these are official certifications, they'll have even the RIAA stamp on the plaque they give you, so they all work together. But still, it's not free. None of this is free, okay? So Joe finally gets his plaque. Young Miami starts laughing, right? She's like, some people was like, yo, you can't release music, so what the fuck you laughing for? She says, bitch, cause I can laugh, ho. And then Joe is like, yo, it will be too easy, cause what was your response to it? Yeah, she was laughing. He says, it would be too easy, right? Basically saying, I could really violate you to be too easy. And then Young Miami quotes what Joe said before, another one bites the dust. Remember, you was just celebrating when y'all thought I took a L. I could laugh. You was just laughing at me, so let's laugh, right? And then, people also point out that Young Miami's monthly listeners is 195,000? What's Joe Budden's? Oh, Joe Budden still has more. Why am I calling him Joe Budden? Joe Budden still has more monthly listeners than Young Miami. Oh my God, damn. Yeah, obviously most of her shit come from the City Girls. And then she puts the shrug in joint. Then she says, I'm beefing with a whole bunch of men. This is sad. And this is what I've always told you about Young Miami. Most of these women, they'll talk shit to men. But when it comes down to it, when they have no more retort, they start saying, why y'all not protecting black women? What does she say? I'm beefing with a bunch of men. This is sad. Protect black women. Right? And then Joe says, like I say, laughter is good for the soul. Now, he also says he's going to mention on his pod that's dropping, I believe, on Saturday. Then she says, you don't like the way it feels when somebody laughs at your accomplishments, but it's cool when you do it. It don't feel good, right? Okay. And then she quotes this thing where Joe's laughing at her, and she said, but every time I defend myself, it's a problem. It's all men. Caresha, there's nothing wrong with you defending yourself. Here's a reality, and I know Joe's gonna issue a read, but that's my man. So I felt like I've given you so many lashings before. This will just be one of the same, but I just want to remind you of this, right? Your music career was never compared to Joe Budden. Number one, you are Caribou. You see, the reason why you can't speak to somebody like Joe Budden is because whether he wrote a song, which is almost like a pop song now, it's a very popular hip-hop song, Pump It Up, or he wrote any of them other songs he wrote, they all came from his pen, his mind, he owns the publishing. Young Miami, you can't name 5 lyrics that you done wrote, and that's the problem. You got to stop cosplaying as you're a outstanding artist, because you're nothing but a ventriloquist. And that's the problem where people like Joe Budden has always been frustrated. I didn't get his frustration when I first lined up with him on Everyday Struggle, because part of his frustration was with people like you. Because people like him, for him to come up with some brilliant lyrics, really genius shit, double entendres and triple entendres and all these complex and multis and all this type of stuff, he had to really think. Pen and paper, BlackBerry, iPhone. He's really trying to lock in. All you had to do was show up and say, where's my rhymes? Now, I'm not going to knock everybody who uses a ghostwriter, uses help. But you're the same person who also disrespected your label before, and they're the one who gave you the ghostwriter. Remember the reason why Yachty don't roll for y'all no more? You want to tell people? I'll tell people. You don't want to talk about that. Why don't Yachty write for y'all no more? You tell me. But you won't say it. You can't. It's disingenuous to see an artist that don't write, that is non-talented, that could barely recite. And by the way, don't let nobody, and Young Miami, you know I spoke directly to your situation. The reason why you addressing everybody, neighborhood talk, Joe Budden and not me, is because you know I talk to, you know exactly who I talk to at this point. You don't want to say it. You don't want them tapes out of you not being able to perform the record, you not being able to record. You sound remedial. You should never mention a real rapper in your mouth. You're just not that talented. The whole point with somebody like you is that when given and gifted a career is that you've just never had the you've just never had the passion to just to say, I'm going to just give a little bit more than average. And that's the problem. So when you talk about Joe Budden, I don't care if he went one-time platinum, gold, maybe only sold 300,000 records. You're not an artist. You're not an artist. You're an actor. You're a script reader. You've never written anything solid. I challenge Caresha to show us her crafting any record she doesn't write. You heard what Cat Williams says. He doesn't write. That is Young Miami. It's so sad that she's keeping this. Listen, Young Miami, this is what I believe. Number one, your podcast, I actually like your podcast. What you got to get over is that I don't think anybody said your podcast was ever trash. They just said that you didn't do it enough. You were still trying to parade as an artist, but it wasn't really parading as an artist because you weren't dropping mad music anyway. You're just lazy. You rather lay on your back, take some dick, suck some cock, get peed on, but you don't want to actually put in the work to write a record or even put in work to do the podcast. The people you're talking about, and I agree with Joe. If you win an award at the BT Hip Hop Award, that fucking clown show of media platforms that they give awards to, if you win an award for a media platform and you barely do your podcast, you got 6 episodes, you got motherfuckers like Joe Budden who does 2 to 3 episodes a week. I'm over here streaming 8 hours multiple times a week. You have Gillian Wallow traveling all over the fucking world trying to interview the people who matter, talk about the things that's happening. You have Drink Champs going so crazy. You have Sean Cotton who's all in the culture. You have Adam 22. You have Vlad. Everybody is they're working to their last drop of sweat and blood. And a little criticism. This is exactly why, Caresha, let's talk about this, Caresha. We don't gotta wait for Joe. Why you dropped and JT not dropped? Let's talk about. Oh, you want to talk about it? Why you dropped and JT not dropped? Let's talk about it. I want to talk about that. Why the label focusing on her but not focusing on you? You're unpassionate. I don't even know if that's a word. You lack the passion that is needed for anybody to. Caresha, what you can't do is you can't get nobody to commit millions to you unless you're sucking their dick like Diddy. That's the problem. You wasn't fucking and sucking everybody else. So they all pulled their money out. They all said, by the way, Caresha, answer this question before you get at Joe. Why are you dropped, but JT not dropped? Why don't they fuck with you? And why do they fuck with her? You know why? Because that girl, I don't give a fuck if she with Uzi. She don't want to go lay up under a nigga. She don't want to go lay up under a nigga and just suck dick and just try to get some money. She want to go work for hers. She rather perform in an airplane bathroom. Goddamn Olive Garden. She want to perform anywhere and she'll take any type of clowning and embarrassment because you know what? No matter if you want to say she's the most talented or not, she definitely got some passion. That's where you just don't go in. Caresha, why are you dropped and why is she not dropped? Could we talk about this shit? Caresha. Oh, I should know that? I know everything. This is why you can't respond to me. You know how you can't respond to me. I got everything. Oh, listen, I tapped in with the engineers. I'm getting the recording files too. Trust me. That's why you know. Before you get to Joe, answer the main question. Why are you dropped and your former group mate, ain't dropped? Or your label's fucking with her. They're not fucking with you. Why? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Bring your bitch ass over here. And I'm not saying this to call you a B word in terms of how people talk about females. I'm just saying this because now you one of us. And when you one of us, you see that complex list or whatever these media lists, You scrapping with us. Your shit gonna get compared to the Joe Budden podcast, Drink Champs, Akademiks, No Jumper, Say Cheese, Cam Capone. You're gonna get compared to motherfucking Art of Dialogue. You gonna have to put in the work. Cause you don't got no career left in music. Them clown shows that you try to put up, like who wrote them shits? The label gave you 15 writers. After y'all was tripping when y'all was working with Yachty. Yachty only gave y'all hits. Why did you stop working with Yachty? Talk about it. These are things I want to talk about with you. Why you stop working with Yachty? Why you dropped and your label mate not drop? Oh, I know all the tea. Why did you never want to be artists? When you got discovered, and what I'm saying is you Caribou. When you got discovered, your name wasn't Young Miami. Who gave you the name Young Miami? I'm asking you this question because these are questions I know the answers to. I'm not just saying random bullshit. This is why, Caresha, you had zero chance of winning with me. Because I had a million information about you. You ain't really had nothing about me. Caresha, I could tell you shit that you would think that I'm in the three-way call with you and JT. And I'm not. I could tell you shit that you think that I'm in the three-way call with you and Diddy. And I've never been. How do I know all this shit? Ain't one thing I said is a goddamn lie. And I'm going to just chill out because I know Joe going to clap you up. And I see my man Southside, he hit me. He's like, yo, Ack, that's still my baby mom's. Chill, Ack. You wildin'. Don't go too crazy. And it's only music. It's not personal. It's only music. It's not personal. So I agree with him. But I seen you try and get at my man's Joe. And for everything I'm going to get at you about, ever, it's only going to be about music. I keep telling everybody in the game. No, Cal Williams was right about a lot of things. But you know what Cat said that applies to me? I sit back and collect secrets. And what the other shit he said, I don't forget what he said. But I know all y'all niggas dirt. I talk to y'all managers, your agents, your tour manager, the security guard you fired. I talk to the guy who writes your records. I talk to the engineer who fucking had to who had to throw away like 18 takes because you can't get the fucking line right because you barely speak English. I talk to everybody. So when I start getting at y'all, and by the way, Caresha, I'll give you this one better. I know that you called into your label. Yo, how does Act know this shit? I don't know. I ain't say one lie yet. By the way, you notice JT never said nothing? JT, keep doing your thing, girl. Oh, I'll give you another one of this too. You know, before you think it's more than what it is, you know, I knew you were dead in the water. I seen the buys come across, and I see the promo come across. They're still doing promo on JT. Ain't not one promo on you. And I asked about that. I said, "Wow, okay, yeah, still right." What? Caresha, who? Caresha, please. Caresha, please get another record deal. Maybe you and Big Back Santana could talk about that next. You're dropped, okay? You're dropped. And by the way, everything I said came to light. I said, let's trim the fat. She's want to be a concubine. She's chasing dick. She's chasing dick, piss, P. Diddy, and threesomes. The label need to focus on the one person who care about music. Lo and behold, I look up. I take a shot at the Espelon. Shorty got dropped. I'm gonna just save the rest. Joe, Joe don't even need me. I'll be like, yo, Joe, I'll send you a few things on her. She's dropped. I could tell you how. Caresha, I kind of know how much in debt y'all are to the. Remember when you said that there's no money in this? No, there's money. I think it almost turns into bullying at that time. Okay, Caresha, I love you, but you know, if you announce you're done with music, I won't ever talk about you again. But as long as you're a musician, and as long as you keep trying to be in this media space, we always talk about you in the media space. As long as you're a musician, I want to say this to you, Caresha, literally. Every meeting you have about your music career, I know every single thing. You know I'm not lying because I haven't said a lie yet. Whoever is representing you, if you do need to, I could probably help you get your next record deal, okay? But enjoy being dropped. Okay. Get her out of here. By the way, it's not personal, man. Like, I actually like her at this point. Your money get at a point you realize, like, yo, you just won. Nah, I don't have a problem with her. But now I see she was trying to clap up my nigga Joe. Is like, bruv. At least Joe willingly got off of his label, man. Like, yo, he just ain't want to play the game. Shorty, they dropped your ass. I'll leave it at that. All right. I don't want to step on Joe's shit too much. Does Joe? I be thinking Joe know exactly as much as I do. With this one, I know a little bit more. All right, let me just let it be. Okay. Yeah, and also, I think after a while, people think that I'm like, yo, I'm like it's really that serious. Like, yo, bro, you really hate her. I'm like, fuck no. Y'all know if I ran into like Young Miami at a club, like, we'll probably take a shot. I don't give a fuck. It ain't that serious. All right, bet.
So the whole Cardi B and Joe Budden situation, it started because Cardi thinks Joe is hating on her album release and keeping it a beam, bro. Cardi B, I feel like she probably does have a passion for music. She doesn't need music though. Like, the reason music turned Cardi B to a superstar. That Bodak Yellow turned her to a superstar. Like, the people who, as soon as they drop a song, like, they just instantly just go to the top. For female rap, after that, and like all the songs and albums, or the one album that she dropped, or I think she dropped 1 or 2 albums, she instantly went to the top. Like, in the rap stratosphere for women, it's Nicki Minaj. Well, I have Nicki Minaj very, very top number 1, and then Cardi B, like, very close, which is crazy, very close, number 2. And then, like, everyone else is under them by far. It's crazy to say. All the other ones, there's no comparison. I'm not talking about, like, okay, I'm talking about everything one, rap-wise, like, popularity and all that stuff. Nicki 1, Cardi, like, very, very close, number 2. And, you feel me, the sides have been picked and all that stuff. But Joe and Cardi, you feel me, Joe loves Nicki. Cardi and Nicki are ops. The whole situation is just stupid, man. I don't know what's going on with it. But Cardi, you feel me, I know people take their music very seriously. She probably wants to drop. She doesn't want to flop. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, for someone like Cardi B, anything under, like, 250K is probably like a flop. I'm not gonna lie. Because she didn't drop music in so long, and she's Cardi B. So, you feel me, when she drops, if she drops the right way and she has a hit on her hand, easily 250K, like, did she drop an album when WAP came out? If she dropped, like, one when a song like that was out, even though I don't think the song was trash, it was a hit, though. Like, she just needs to find the hit. Cardi has amazing writers, you feel me? She doesn't write her own music. She has, like, every single female in hip-hop is on Team Cardi, like, the most popular ones, besides Ice Spice, that's it. Like, every other one besides Ice Spice, who do you want me to say? Caresha and JT? No one cares about them. Like, Cardi has Glorilla, Meg Thee Stallion, Lotto. Like, she has all, like, the heavy hitters for the female raps. So, yeah. But seeing that, she might get Ice Spice too, because Ice Spice's friend came out and said that Ice was dissing Nicki, so, hey. But we just have to wait and see about everything. I think Ice Spice times Cardi B, with people knowing that Nicki had beef with, what's her name, with Cardi, and Ice Spice was team Nicki, I think that would do numbers like crazy, so. So, boy, Big Act News, let me know how you guys feel about everything. I really don't understand the situation. Hopefully Joe Budden and Nicki get cool. the thing with Nicki, like, she is very, very hood. She has a problem. She's going to send her goons after you. She will send her goons, and she has a lot of them. So, hey, you need to stop playing with Nicki. I mean, Cardi, leave her alone, please. Don't get yourself hurt. I'm out. Big Act News. Peace.